All right, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. Now, today we're reviewing the film, A Map of Tiny Perfect Things, which is dropping on Amazon Prime Video February 12th. Yes, Map of Tiny Perfect Things is a film that is essentially about a time loop. And to be honest, I am a sucker for films about time loops. You know, the classic Groundhog's Day, recently Palm Springs, which is just fantastic. If you haven't checked that out, it's on Hulu. And even some of the other films that may not be great, but I thought they were entertaining, such as The Edge of Tomorrow. By the way, when the hell is that sequel coming out? Like, they've been talking about that forever. But yeah, Map of Tiny Perfect Things is about this couple. You know what? I'll get into it in a second. First of all, beyond me loving films about time loops, I think that looking at the cast here, Kathryn Newton, who just, to be honest, anything she's been around, anything she's even smelt has just been good at minimum. And she's been in some really fantastic projects. So, definitely, piqued my curiosity now seeing that she was involved with it. And then Kyle Allen, who I'm not very, very familiar with, besides his work in American Horror Story, then it became the question of chemistry amongst the two. And, there's definitely been tons of good pairings for leads for films that just blows you away that you just really didn't see coming. I thought this potentially could be one, and I will say that they were very energetic on set together. Like, seeing them in scenes together, you just was just like, you know what? I'm very believing of their relationship, partnership, whatever you want to call it. And the fact of, what they're trying to accomplish, like, you really buy into it because you really buy into them believing in each other. And I think that being able to see that on display really pays dividends into making the film successful. And even with the film being really lighthearted and heartfelt, it's definitely directed towards the teenage crowd, the teenage drama and love stories and all that other good stuff, your Twilights and all that other stuff. It's definitely pointed towards that audience. But at the same time, too, I think what it does for everybody is that, considering what happens in this film, I think it just puts on display the goodness in humanity and, like, seeing the world back in its normancy. So, after everything that we kind of been through in 2020, like, being able to have a film that really radiates so much positivity, it's just really it's well needed. And I'll say it's even well timed in its release because February 12th puts it right there near Valentine's Day, which I think this is a good film to kick back if you're just staying at home this year and put on and, just really be able to see so many good moments and heartfelt moments within this film. And then again, with the two leads, seeing their chemistry together, it just really will trigger some emotions and you will absolutely smile. Like, you absolutely will smile. But yeah, so what's really happening in this film is that you have Mark, who's living in the same day of this endless time loop, and then his world pretty much gets turned upside down when he discovers Margaret, who's also stuck in this time loop. So you have the two of them and their partnership, we'll just say, they're going to go out in their day and they're going to make a map of all of the tiny things that makes one day perfect. And so in this love story, you got the two of them as they struggle because they do have their own certain things that they're dealing with and discovering of each other and trying to figure out how to make it work, and then ultimately trying to figure out how they can escape this never-ending day. So it's a very simple plot, but I will say again, seeing all of the really positive things that's put on display with this film will absolutely make you smile. I mean, one of my favorite scenes is so touching to me because it really it really makes me remember something that happened in my life too as well, and I just be thinking, like, it's good to see that back on display, and I think that, again, just a really good, feel good, pick me up film that could just make anybody's day better. Just so many good moments in here that just happens that would just make you smile. And yeah, while sometimes it may come off as a little corny, I get it. I think, again, it's really much directed towards the teenage audience, but adults and all sorts can definitely find something in this that they like and that they will absolutely can't help but to break a smile with. So it's a very simple film, the two of them together are really good on screen, and I think it's just, again, starting off 2021, I think it's definitely a sign of hope of what we can hopefully get back to as humanity, and, really try to throw some positivity in everyone's life. And that's what happens in this film. So Map of Tiny Perfect Things, again, dropping February 12th, Prime Video, folks. Check this out. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And I will say again, like, my favorite scene is this one scene where they kind of stop traffic for something. It just reminded me of something I've done in my past. So like looking at that really brought a smile to my face. And I hope you all can find something in this too as well that will give you a smile on your face. So yes, let me know in the comments after you check this out, some of your favorite moments in this film. And then we'll be back for more reviews very soon.
Ridiculous.